Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Gang, we are back with another total body reset 2024. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tap that bell, turn on them post notifications so you know every time your girl drops anything. Fit Body by Coco on all platforms. All right, gang, this one is for our visual learners. I feel like when I do a total body reset details, it's very auditory because I'm talking about it, but I'm going to show you what it looks like on my original written document that I started, I believe, you guys, in 2020 or 2021. Anyway, let's get into the video. Smooches. Right quick. Go and get your people, pull them in the room, let them know we getting healthy, we getting snatched. We gonna increase our longevity out here in this world. All right, now let's get into it. All right, team, let's just straight get to it. All right, here are the details of the total body reset challenge. Here are the 5 pillars, and they are in the order in which they are important. So priority level starts from the top and goes down. So first of all, water. We are going to drink 64 ounces of water each day. That's just 8 glasses of 8 ounces of water. Equate that to flushing a toilet, right? You want to make sure you're cleaning out and clearing out your body. So you're going to drink water. If you can do more, do more. But we're going to start with just the 64 ounces because some of us drink 0. All right, sleep. You're going to get 6.5 to 8 hours of sleep every night for the next 30 days. Sleep time needs to start at the same time each night. And we need to limit screen time to an hour before bed. No TV or no phone. Emergencies excluded. The reason we need to go to bed at the same time each night is that it trains our body with better wake and sleep cycles. So you don't feel unrested when you've already rested. 6.5 hours or more is what your body needs to repair. So if you're doing everything that you can and you're not losing weight, but you're not getting sleep, that is the reason your body can't re-up, because you're not able to lay down. Intermittent fasting. We are going to adopt a 16-8 fasting schedule. All that means is that for 16 hours of the day, you will not be putting food in your body. And for 8 hours of the day, you will have the opportunity to put food in your body. That doesn't mean eat for 8 hours consistently of the day. You just have the opportunity to eat for 8 hours of the day. If you want to and can, you can fast longer. The longer you fast, the more you tap into the fuel, which is fat and weight that's already on your body. So that helps speed up weight and fat loss. But 16 hours pretty much guarantees that you've emptied the contents of the food that you ate the day before. When you fast, your cells shrink, which means that they detox themselves, which also helps with anti-aging. So just keeping your body cleaning up itself. Think of fasting as a Roomba. All right, fasting schedule must account for the 2 hours before bed that you're not going to eat. So we want to make sure we're not going to bed on full stomachs or with too much food in our stomach, because the body will slow down and not process that digestion. That's why sometimes you have a hard time sleeping, because you just ate and went to bed. Like your mama say, that gives you nightmares before bed, and it probably does, because your body's competing with needing to empty your stomach versus being in a resting phase. So that's why we're not going to do that. Okay. With our fasting schedule, the schedule needs to stay the same for at least the first 14 days so your body gets used to a routine. If you alter it before then, you won't see the same results. Your body may get confused and slow or stop progress. If you want to change your schedule, you can after the 14 days, but try to get your body used to being on a regimen. Being intentional is key. Nutrition, no junky or overly processed food. We'll talk about food a little bit later in this video. All right, exercise. We want to do fasted cardio 3 times a week for 40-60 minutes for things that are light to moderate cardio. And if it's intense, we can scale it back to 15 to 30 minutes. But we want it to be fasted. Fasted means you have not eaten within the 2 hours before you are going to work out. So you may have broken your fast, but it may have been 3 or 4 hours and you have not worked out or done your cardio yet. So that also is considered fasted. If you can, knock it out before you go to work in the morning or before you start your day. That way that's behind you. All right, strength training. We want to do that 2 sessions a week, 30 minutes. That means resistance with weight band. That could include body weight, but typically with some type of weight or resistance bands. Gym workouts, Pilates. I have a few different types of strength training workouts on my channel, including cardio. Please make sure you tap in there. All right, foods and groceries. Please forgive me of this typo where I have calories per gram next to proteins, but they are 4 calories per gram, just to let you know. Protein includes meat, eggs, not cheese because that's dairy, you guys, yogurt and protein shakes. Try to make sure you get 1 gram per body weight each day. That needs to be adjusted as you lose weight. You may need a little bit less if you are overweight, like 0.08 or 0.09, but you need proteins because they are the building blocks of life. They are what repairs your muscles. So you definitely need to make sure that you prioritize your protein. It's a must, a must, a must. All right, you guys, carbohydrates. You want to make sure you have no overly processed foods such as chips, juice, soda, or candy. You can have a little bit of 0-calorie drinks, but you guys try to keep those to a minimum. Any fruit or vegetable can be eaten. Fruit in moderation. Sugar, even natural sugar, can make you feel hungry after eating because it causes an insulin response. And an insulin response in your body really just revs up your metabolism, and that can make you feel hungrier. And because carbs such as fruit and vegetables tend to be processed quickly, your body is going to want more of it in order to be satiated. So try to use those as a burst of energy or a pre-workout snack. So a banana or an apple with your pre-workout drink, and maybe something like rice cake, a little peanut butter, something like that. Use your fruit to your advantage. Again, the sweeter the fruit, the more sugar. So if you have any type of insulin resistance issues or diabetes, choose fruit that has less sugar, such as raspberries, blackberries, some strawberries if they're not overly ripe. But, watermelon, grapes, overly ripe fruits, even bananas can have a lot of sugar in them. Even though the body breaks it down better, it still causes an insulin response. So you may be more tempted to eat more of it than you actually need. But again, I am not demonizing fruit, just keeping it a buck with how nutrition works and how things break down in your body. I'm going to put a link in this video to the glycemic index, which tells you which foods process quickly in your body and which foods last longer in your body. That way you can plan your nutrition accordingly. That's the most important thing. All right, fats. Please cook your food with natural oils such as butter, coconut oil, extra virgin olive oils, avocado oil, grapeseed oil, or red palm oil. Do not cook your food in soybean oil, vegetable oil, or canola oils. These oils are inflammatory because they are toxins in the body, and your body does not really know how to process them. That's why you can have gut inflammation that's not even related to fat. And those toxins hide in your fat. That's why your body has a hard time releasing them. So if you don't put them in there, they don't got to be released. All right, preparing your food. Do not use any of the oils other than what's listed. You can use dressing or marinades as long as they're low in sugar and carbohydrates. You guys, sugar and carbohydrates are the same thing scientifically. It just depends on how they break down in your body depending on their source. You can pair any protein with veggie and healthy carbs. You can use pan spray as well. Just make sure it's expeller pressed and organic. Like pan spray is the equivalent to like hairspray, the chemical they use to get it to aerosol. So you might want to stay away from putting that in your body. You can use any type of seasoning. I would try to buy organic. That way, they don't have too many extra additives in there because companies are here to make money. So process and overhead must be low, which means sometimes quality is as well. All right. The body's main source of energy is carbs. That's important to know for fat loss. If you have fat on your body, and we do, that's why we're here. Your body will go to carbs for energy first because it's harder to break fat down in the body. So do not combine large amount of carbs with large amounts of fats. Your body will lock that fat away, and we already got enough fat locked away, and it will burn the carbs. Make sure you are working out to burn those carbs as well. We don't need extra energy on the body. We need the energy to execute bodily functions. We want to burn off the weight and fat we already have on us. We don't want to add any extra. I know I don't, unless it's all going to go to one area, and we know what that is, and that's not a guarantee. Okay. All right, gang, let's get into the beverages that you can have. So any type of coffee, 0-calorie drink, water, the little concoction that I showed you guys earlier is fine to have. Just make sure you have anything that's not water in moderation, because your body's still going to have to filter out whatever that is if it can't digest it. So don't put it in there, and it won't have to be digested out. I don't drink alcohol, but if you are going to drink alcohol, please make sure that you stay away from dark liquor. Dark liquor requires you more processes with your liver in order to get it out of your body. So if you're going to drink liquor, no mixed drinks. If you're going to use a chaser, try to use a 0-calorie chaser and stick to white liquor, vodka, gin, etc. All right, let's talk about fasting. All right, we're going to fast 16 hours of the day for the next 30 days. I know I said 14 earlier. This is an older document, you guys. I've had it for a while. It was a 30-day challenge at one point. But for the first 14 days, closing our eating window at least 2 hours before bed. That way food is fully digested before you lay down. Again, your body signals to slow down when you're not moving. Therefore, it will hold on to the food longer. All right. Breaking your fast. I left you guys a little menu or recipe how to make my little apple cider vinegar drink. But here, break your fast with something small, and then wait 30 minutes or more to introduce a large meal to your body. It can make you feel nauseous if you just break your fast and start eating right away, and also mess up your digestion. So you want to signal your metabolism and then feed it. Close our windows again 2 hours before bed or laying down. If you would have like a snack or something, it would be fruit, yogurt, nuts, or a protein bar. And I don't think I have anything here to add. We're going to let the screen scroll up, and then we are going to talk about places you can find workouts. Here we go. All right, first, here's my channel, Fit Body by Coco. I have a friend who also has a fitness channel, Fit Body by Faith, which is centered around Christian and gospel. A lot of people don't want to hear secular music. I also have some other resources that I used when I first was starting a strict gym regimen and the pandemic had started. So here are a lot of great resources there. Again, try to do your cardio fasted, which means 2 or more hours after a meal. I would just go ahead and try to knock it out first thing in the morning or before you get your day started, if possible. Also, if you're the kind of person who has to be in person to do their job. All right, let's go over some no-nos. Try to stay away from starchy vegetables such as corn and white potatoes. Yes, they are veggies, but they're not nutrient dense, and it takes time to break down in your body. The body really can't break down corn, and white potatoes signal your insulin response. So they're not really nutrient dense, and they may leave you a little bit hungrier. No processed foods, takeout, sweets, or fried foods. If you're going to do a cheat meal, make sure you do it at home so you know what's in it. Stay away from excessive amounts of rice and pasta. Again, they're just not nutrient dense. Find other ways to feed your body that makes you full and makes you healthy, because on a cellular level, those things do matter. Also, rice and pasta, again, signals your insulin response. So you tend to eat more of it than you need because you don't feel full. To-dos, make sure you drink that water. Flush that toilet. Make sure you are cleaning your body out and hydrating it, and you'll just feel better. Sometimes you just have aches and pains because you're dry on the inside. Determine the number of calories you need to lose weight with a weight loss calculator. I'll put a link to one in this video. Buy a food scale. Measure your food and download a tracking app such as MyFitnessPal. If you have something else, like you have a Fitbit, they have an app built into the watch. Make sure you use it. With that being said, log all your meals and stick to the plan. A lot of people get frustrated because the plan doesn't work. It's because you're not doing the plan. You're going all around the plan. Choose an intermittent fasting schedule that works for you and stick to it. If you're a night nurse or you're a doctor or you work some odd hours, make the schedule work for your life. If you have been overweight for a long period of time, it's going to take longer to see results. If you just gained some weight recently and you're trying to drop, you may see results quicker. But if you carry this weight on your body for years, it's going to take time to move it because your body gets attached to the weight. Also, there's toxins hidden in the fat in your body, and your body doesn't want to release that. It really doesn't want to release that. That's a scientific fact. So you're going to have to make it release it via exercise and a little bit of intermittent fasting. Make the body eat itself and clean up itself. Again, make the body a Roomba. You always staying clean and healthy, making sure them corners are cleaned as well. And don't make your body work harder by putting more junk into it. All right, measurements. Again, this is an old document. I would measure myself weekly or bi-weekly. You want to measure your waist, your neck, your upper thigh, your upper arm. These are the areas where your body carries that visceral fat. And if you see those inches reduced, you can tell that you're not only losing weight, but you are losing fat. And losing fat is more important than losing weight, because you may have muscle under there, but it's covered by fat, but you don't know. And if you don't, you're shaping up your fat into muscle. So that's important to know, more so than the number on the scale. Ladies, give yourself grace during that time of the month, because water retention will happen. But if you're constantly flushing and eating healthy, you won't have all that inflammation and junk for your body to even go through. It won't swell up for no reason. A lot of the times we swell up because of the stuff in there, and the fat and toxins our body body has, so it just reacts negatively to the menstrual hormone. Okay, so what's next? Okay, scale. If you're going to use a scale, make sure that you use the bathroom in the morning and you are on the scale with no clothes on. Don't add any extra weight to the process. Make sure you have a good scale that is balanced and laying on a flat surface. So just pick one day of the week each week and make sure that you weigh yourself during that time. Again, during that mid-month and cycle, give yourself grace, ladies. That's why I don't really like using the scale, because it may not truly be indicative of what's going on in your body. Also, if you are choosing to eat like if you have a carbohydrate heavy meal, carbohydrate has 2 more, hydrogen in it. So it has more water in it. So they just weigh a little bit more heavier. Let me see. I'm gonna let the screen scroll. All right, let's see what's up next. Take photos. Photos also are indicative of change. Sorry, you guys, iPhone was being disrespectful. Okay, make sure that you take photos. We live in a selfie world, and you may forget what you looked like, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and anything that you can do in order to continue to keep yourself motivated is healthy. All right, let's see what we got here for remember. I think the remember is I'm going to say stick to the plan. Make sure you get a food scale. Make sure you get your apps together. Make sure you have a plan of what time you're going to bed. And any loved ones that you have living with you, put them on notice that you're about to make a change and they are going to have to live with you while you figure it out. Okay, let's see. Fats aren't bad. They're only harmful when they come from sources like palm kernel oil, safflower oil, vegetable oil, or canola oil, and they're mixed with sugar. So sugar and carbs, you guys, are synonymous because sugar is what it's really called. A polysaccharide is what it breaks down to in the body, but not to get too nerdy, they're synonymous. So if you're eating French fries, you're mixing sugars and fats. There's nothing you can really get from that. It's not nutritionally dense, just not healthy. So if you're gonna make them at home. So at least you know what's in them. Also, no carrageenan, no maltodextrin, no MSG, no high fructose corn syrup. The sugar, because makes your liver work harder to detoxify itself and get fatty liver disease. You look like you have one of those bellies and it's kind of jiggly. Anyway, don't do it. MSG is just like crack. It makes you think food is good and it's not. Maltodextrin is an insulin spike. You'll see it in a lot of 0-calorie foods. So be careful. Carrageenan just inflames the body. Don't nobody want to be no more swole than they already are. Period. Okay, protein shakes. Here's some foods that I swear by. Below is a shake from a company named OWN, Only What You Need. It has no weight in it. It's plant-based. Any type of additive that I add protein-wise into my diet has to be from a plant-based source. I do eat meat, but when I have a protein bar or a protein shake, it is plant-based. I don't do whey. Whey doesn't work well for my gut. I believe also I have down here the yogurt that I eat, which is Fage. I do have some CG's Skyr, which slaps, but I've really been doing the Fage with a chia seed and honey and a fruit as a dessert option. So here is the OWN, Only What You Need. My favorite flavor is vanilla, and I have one almost every day unless they're out of stock. Here is the yogurt that I desire that I eat. So typically I eat a full fat yogurt because it's low in sugar, so I'm choosing the fats without the carbs. Pairing that with chia seeds. Chia seeds kind of like body scrubbers. They go in and scrub your intestinal tract, keeping things cleaned out, and they have a little crunchy texture to them, and they're like flavorless. So I like to have those once a day, every day, 2 tablespoons. In my coffee, I mix my maca powder. It's like a body replenisher. Any brand is cool, long as it's organic. If you need a little energy boost, sometimes I'll pair the maca powder with the MCT oil. And that'll be like my pre-workout. That's an energy bang if I don't feel like taking like a pre-workout or an energy drink. Have a little honey in my yogurt with the chia seeds. Not too much, still sugar. So you want to keep it cute, but it helps you give it that flavor, a little bit of sweetness without being overly harmful. The ACV here that I choose, apple cider vinegar, is good for you because it cleans out the body. Also has probiotics in it. I did leave you the instructions and the recipe to the ACV drink that I have in the morning sometimes when I'm a little bit hungry or I'm feeling bloated. So that's always, you can have it at any time, to be honest. It will help suppress your appetite, and the cinnamon and all that stuff is good for your metabolism. Okay. Bread. I have been eating bread, you guys, but when I'm on the total body reset for reals, I do not eat bread, because unless you're going to eat the whole grain bread in the freezer, bread's not really does anything for you nutritionally. Here are the wraps that I use when I need something bread-like to hold food. Boom. Here's some additional resources: my YouTube channel, video on how to get started, a video on nutrition, and a video on fasting. If you have any questions, drop a comment down below. Hit me on my Instagram or TikTok, Fit Body by Coco, on all platforms. Guys, I love you. I hope you choose to do this for yourself. If you need help from me, it will be free. I would just like to be able to chronicle your results as one of my clients, because in the future I will be charging. But jump on it now. Why? It's for the free ski. All right. I love you. Happy New Year. Let's love ourselves and invest in our health.